In the winter of 2016, I took a night shift job that nobody else wanted. The posting was simple and strange at the same time. Remote Highway Monitoring Officer, night shift. Location, Mile 87, North Dakota. Hours, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Requirement, sit, observe, report. Do not leave the station. The pay was unusually high for such little work. No experience required. No interviews in person. Just one condition. You must be comfortable working alone, very far from civilization. At that time, I was broke, desperate, and not in a position to ask questions. So I accepted. Mile 87 was not a town. It wasn't even a rest stop. It was a single monitoring cabin placed beside a long, empty highway that cut through endless snow-covered land. The nearest gas station? 42 miles away. The nearest town? Almost 70 miles. When I arrived before my first shift, the silence felt unnatural. No birds. No wind. Just the low hum of the highway stretching into darkness on both sides. The cabin itself was small. One desk. One chair. A heater. Old CCTV monitors. A landline phone. And a thick binder labeled Night Shift Protocol. Read before 10 p.m. The binder had rules. Not suggestions. Rules. Do not leave the cabin after 10 p.m. If you see someone standing on the road, do not engage. If a vehicle stops without headlights, do not approach. If the landline rings after 1:11 a.m., let it ring exactly 3 times before answering. If you hear knocking, remain seated. Do not open the door for anyone claiming to be lost. If you feel like you are being watched, do not look outside. I laughed at first. It felt like some kind of prank or an attempt to scare new employees. But the last line made my smile fade. These rules exist because Mile 87 is not empty. My first night was quiet. Too quiet. Cars passed every 20 to 30 minutes. Their headlights cut through the darkness and vanished. The CCTV cameras showed nothing unusual. Just endless road. At exactly 1:11 a.m., the landline rang. Once. Twice. 3 times. I answered. Silence. Then breathing. Not heavy breathing. Not panicked. Just patient. I said, "Hello?" The breathing stopped. The line went dead. I checked the logbook. Previous employees had written the same thing. 1:11 a.m., breathing. 1:11 a.m., silence again. 1:11 a.m., didn't speak. I didn't sleep that night. On my 4th night, I saw something new. At 2:34 a.m., one of the far cameras picked up movement. A person. Standing on the road. Not walking. Not waving. Just standing, very far away. The camera zoom was terrible, but I could tell one thing clearly. They were facing the cabin. I remembered rule number 2. I didn't engage. After exactly 7 minutes, the figure turned and walked into the darkness. The logbook had entries about this too. Do not count how long they stand. I realized too late that I had already counted. A week later, during a heavy snowstorm, I saw headlights approaching. Then they turned off. The car continued moving, without lights. Rule number 3 echoed in my head. The car stopped directly in front of the cabin. Engine running. Someone stepped out. I heard footsteps crunching on snow. Then a knock. Slow. Polite. Knock, knock, knock. A voice followed. "Hey. I'm lost." The voice sounded wrong. Too calm. Too rehearsed. Like someone pretending to sound human. I stayed seated. The knocking continued for 6 minutes. Then stopped. The car drove away. Still without headlights. After that night, things changed. The figure on the road appeared more often. And each time, closer. First night, far enough to barely see. Second night, halfway down the road. Third night, close enough to see details. It looked like a man in a highway worker's jacket. But his legs were bent the wrong way. And his head. It was tilted slightly, like it wasn't attached properly. I stopped logging the sightings. Rule number 7 became harder every night. Because I could feel eyes on me. Even when the cameras showed nothing. One night, the landline rang at 12:48 a.m. That wasn't possible. I answered anyway. Big mistake. A voice said my name. My full name. Then it whispered. "You're sitting where I died." The line went dead. At 1:11 a.m., the phone rang again. This time, when I answered after 3 rings, the voice said, "He's closer tonight." I didn't ask who he was. I already knew. On my 13th night, I heard knocking. But not on the door. From behind me. On the wall. Inside the cabin. 3 slow knocks. I froze. The heater shut off. The lights flickered. The CCTV screens went black, except one. Camera 6. The road behind the cabin. The figure was standing right outside. Smiling. Its mouth opened wider than it should. The knocking came again. This time, on the door. And the wall. And the ceiling. All at once. That I don't remember leaving the cabin. I only remember waking up in a hospital. They told me I was found 43 miles away, walking barefoot on the highway. Mile 87 was shut down permanently 2 weeks later. The cabin burned down in an electrical fire. The binder was never recovered. But sometimes, at exactly 1:11 a.m., my phone rings. And when I answer, I hear breathing. Patient. Waiting. And a voice that whispers, "Night shift isn't over yet."
My name is Ethan Cole, and this happened in November 2018. I was driving from Columbus, Ohio to Richmond, Virginia, trying to save time by following a shorter route suggested by my GPS. It was already past 11:40 p.m. Cold rain hit my windshield like needles. Then my phone froze. The map vanished. Signal dropped to 0 bars. And that's when I saw the sign. Black Hollow Highway, 17 miles. The road ahead was narrow, cracked, and swallowed by forest on both sides. I hesitated. Then behind me, another car honked, long and aggressive. I had no choice. I turned. The moment my tires touched Black Hollow Highway, my radio cut to static. The air felt heavier. Trees leaned inward, branches clawing at the sky like skeletal fingers. Fog rolled across the road in thick waves, even though it hadn't been foggy anywhere else. After 5 minutes of driving, I noticed something disturbing. There were no road signs anymore. No mile markers. No reflectors. No exits. Just endless asphalt and forest. Then I saw headlights behind me. Relief washed over me. Until I realized they weren't getting closer, and no matter how fast I drove, the headlights stayed exactly the same distance behind me. I slowed down. They slowed. I sped up to 70 miles per hour on a road that should have killed me at 50. Still the same distance. Then my radio crackled. Not static. A voice. "You shouldn't have turned here." I slammed the brakes. The road behind me was empty. No headlights. Nothing. At 12:26 a.m., I finally saw a light ahead. A gas station. Old. Abandoned. One flickering bulb. The sign read, "Hollow Mart, last stop." Against my instincts, I pulled in. The pumps were rusted. Windows boarded up. But the door was open. Inside, the smell of mold and gasoline burned my nose. Then I heard footsteps. Slow. Dragging. From behind the counter. A man stepped out. Late 60s. Skin pale. Eyes wide open. Unblinking. He smiled too slowly. "You took the highway," he said. "Most don't anymore." I asked for directions. He laughed. "Directions don't work here." I noticed something horrifying then. Behind him, pinned to the wall, were missing persons flyers. Dozens. Hundreds. Some dating back to the 1950s. And one of them was me. The man leaned closer. "If you want to leave," he whispered, "follow the rules." He raised one finger. "Never stop if you hear crying. Never trust headlights behind you. If you see yourself on the road, don't look away first." Before I could ask anything else, the lights went out. Back on the highway, rain turned to snow. That's when I heard it. Crying. A woman standing on the shoulder. Soaked. Barefoot. Face hidden by hair. She raised her head, and I saw her face. It was twisted wrong, like it was wearing human skin incorrectly. I remembered rule number 1. I didn't stop. Her scream followed my car for miles. The headlights came back. Closer this time. I could see the car now, or what was left of it. No driver. No license plate. And inside, I saw people. Silent. Staring. All with the same wide, unblinking eyes. At 1:58 a.m., the road ended. A dead stop. Forest ahead. Then I saw him. Standing in the road. Me. Same jacket. Same terrified face. He stared at me and mouthed words. "Don't trust the exit." I remembered rule number 3. I didn't look away. Neither did he. Then he smiled and stepped aside that a glowing green sign appeared. Exit 13, safe route. I drove through it at full speed. Everything went black. I woke up in my car on a normal highway. Morning sun. My phone worked. Police later told me something chilling. Black Hollow Highway was permanently closed in 1973 after multiple disappearances. There is no exit 13. And yet, every year, people still vanish. Last week, I saw a missing poster. A man who looks exactly like me. Last seen near Black Hollow Highway.